voice in our ears, but the more we race the sound of its tone. There's jumping on knees, feeding our backs, our strength, tearing, chewing, we kill all the more. The power and love's what we do it for.
Welcome on back everyone to Total War Warhammer 3 and our Legendary Greasus Goldtooth Immortal Empires campaign. Hope you all had a fantastic Christmas and a lovely new year. We are going to be coming on back, seeing if we still have what it takes to be a tyrant. We're going to have a little bit of rust to shake on off, but we are going to be here to starting things off with a battle between Greasus and Zaton the Black. He doesn't have the scariest of armies, but auto-resolve thinks we're going to lose at least a few of our troopers in this fight. Let's see if we can prove them wrong. We haven't had too many battles with the old Davizar, and this one isn't, like I said, it's not the most terrifying of armies. They do have some Kadai Fireborn and a couple blunderbusses, which can wreak all sorts of havoc if we let them get too close to our line. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the map itself. We've already had ourselves a pre-battle feast to make sure we are as heavy and quick as possible, which definitely makes all the sense. And we've got this interesting wall in front of us. I'm thinking this is going to be... well, we'll find out, won't we? Onward to victory. Oh, let's get to it. Okay, so we've got this interesting wall to be working with, so let's set up our lead belchers. Oh, we're not actually in front of it. We'll actually start deployment so we can see our deployment zone. So this is more of a hindrance than anything else. Let's set up the Belchy boys up front here. We are going to try to have them rotate and harass his blunderbuss units, or one of the larger guys that's coming on over. The Skullcracker will be much slower than the cannonballs, obviously, so they should be able to hit them pretty well. Let's bring our Iron Guts up. I think we are going to kind of stick to this side if they try to flank on around from here. The Davizar are so slow that that should allow their fast units to actually get up and away from the main force. We don't want all of you, we just want the Noblars. Thank you kindly. Little ways apart from one another, and then we'll have the lovely trappers up front a little ways to stop any kind of flanking. Luckily, our hunter can hang out over there with him. And then we can have our normal Ogre Bulls. We'll have them switch places with the Iron Fists there, or the Iron Guts. And I hope you all were able to feast like Iron Guts during the Christmas festivities, or whatever you do celebrate there in your family. We've got the Powder Guts I'm going to bring up to hang out off on the side. They're going to be excellent character snipers. And then we'll have our Mournfang and other cavalry up with the Crushers. Oh, and I've got a bit of emergency going on by. Well, we'll mute and be right back. Alright, we're back. Fire truck blared its sirens all down the road, kind of out of nowhere, so let's get back to the battle. We'll have Greasus up front being the tank, Firebelly right behind. Get everyone in their groups, Noblars up front, Iron Guts, the Missile Boys, and our Mournfang. That'll do, let's get to it. Tear them apart. Bring just the cannons forward, and the Powder Guts around with them. Noblar squads will bring up to kind of this general area. Might bring one of them around.
Off we go!
But the lead belcher should be able to easily shoot over the top of them. Sending the Lamasu and the Wolf Raiders forward. A bold strategy. Be remiss if we didn't punish them for it. Let's bring our cavalry up on the flanks there, and we'll have the Ogre infantry also get ready. Bring them up and around. Noblars and our hunter forward.
When do we eat?
Have the Powder Guts go wide.
Let's go, boys!
Then we'll have the lead belchers move forward to try to harass some of these flyers in the air, or where is the Start shooting at the blunderbuss units. Trying to rip some shots through the line. The Zaton himself is going to be much harder to actually hit. Use the overtire with him. Then try one of the crippling throws on Zaton. I have to get way closer. Just chuck some javelins at him and force him to use some of his skills. Keep some of these Noblars moving up to engage in case we need quick retreat. Dire here as well, so let's get ready to fall back. Just chuck your javelin, my friend. Cannons also are not doing great. I don't need you to move this far up. Everyone's falling back. I'll have you stand and maybe rip a shot at the Kadai. See how many shots actually land. That's not bad damage, but it's not great either. Dropping speed and melee defense. How about we instead have them rip shots at the Skullcracker? A bit wasted going after the Kadai, although that was much better in terms of damage. Yeah, the strange deployment's gonna be hurting them once again here. Have you guys set up behind the line. The other two go wide. Alright, fall on back. Zaton is activating the net on our hunter there. Not that worried about it. Need to blast at some of the others here, and actually let's go ahead and fall back with these lads. Hunter's taking a lot of damage. Well done there, Zaton. Keep falling back. We'll have these lead belchers start ripping into the Kadai there. You turn and do the same. Our hunter's in a lot of trouble. Perhaps we could have the fire belly move in and help him out. Alright, fall on back. Our dwarf warriors have great weapons though, so let's actually go wide. Force them to respond. Fall back behind the line of Noblars. Have you two go run down those goblins. You keep moving through. Everyone's going after Greasus now. Let's continue to eviscerate the Skullcrackers. Fall back behind the line. Basically move some of these Iron Fists up. Start harassing Zaton with who we can. You come back over here and go after the Great Taurus. Launch the, actually turn around and launch the crippling throw at these lads. Full out of combat. Have the cavalry come on back around. Those are just normal great weapon dwarf warriors. Should be able to run them down no problem. Bring the rest of our Iron Fists in. Let Belcher's out of the fight. Dropping our abilities. Noblars, you come through after these dwarf warriors. Fire belly, we can just have drop down the piercing bolts of burning in on these blunderbuss warriors. Come up and away here. I guess they had a hard time retreating from Zaton proper.
Leg belchers. Killing time.
You guys rip some shots there. Bring some of these iron guts on back. Charge on in and break them. More flame storm on these blunderbuss units. Need our cannons free so they can start ripping shots into these bull renders. Zaton really doesn't want to fight them. Just chucking the javelins at them. You guys turn around. Point blank cannon shot should be great. You come on and go after those blunderbuss units. You help out with the lads there. we can go for some more melee defense on these Noblars who definitely are going to need it. Melee reflection and go ahead and charge into... Ooh, those blunderbusses are deadly. Stop them at all costs. Go ahead and throw the burning head through, get rid of some of these Noblars. And the excellent charge of the Rhinox. I got one volley at least. And that's about it. The big smoosh. Make sure all of the abilities are continuing to layer on down. And keep chucking your goodies at Zaton. All on back there. Who needs the best healing? It looks like the Hunter is really struggling there. Cannons we're going to rip into. Shooting a Zaton is a bad call. Let's go after the different smaller lads. You churn and chuck your wrenches and things at them. Seeing lots of shattering, and that might be a mass rout. Perfect. Dwarfs put up a heck of a fight, but it wasn't quite enough. Since we have lots of the angry little spiky stunnies to run down, and I'll catch you all in a moment. Alright, they're still going to call it close victory. We lost 326 of our fighters. Was able to heal up with some of the army abilities there on the Hunter that took all of the damage from being caught by Zaton's net. Could have gotten much more splice than it did, especially if those blunderbusses were a little bit closer, but luckily we managed to keep them under control. We are going to go ahead and have a bit of extra gold laying around. Should be picking up the defeat trait for Zaton as well. Probably not the Noblar Inventor. Labored. It's ironic that Zaton the Cruel, surely one of the cruelest who's ever lived, has been cruelly killed. Oh well, if you insist on living by the sword. Extra range for all of our artillery units in this army, and then more magical item drop chance. We need to get Greasus some artillery to take advantage of that fully. Don't believe these guys count as artillery. This is specialist missile troop. So let's come on in to Greasus. Grabbing Mentor's a good idea to continue to pass some extra experience around into their tyrants. For our Fire Belly, he hasn't been shot at that much. So let's continue to make him stronger in the fight.
Hold, master.
Magic Hunter, you could actually use a bit more health. So let's start working on, this gives us 3%, 4% for Gutsy. Let's go for Gutsy first then. Several points into Gutsy then. It's great. We need to hunt down the remainder of Zaton's forces here. It's just Zaton and a few lads. How much damage can they do? Let's find out. Use 8 in the fighting. That's not too bad at all. Go ahead and raise at them. 420. Blaze Zaton. Another Noblar Inventor. We can start selling those guys by the bucketful.
Boss of bosses.
Well, does this stop us from doing any kind of attritioning? Yes, but then we wouldn't be able to replenish. Let's switch over into a camp stance in our friendly territory, which of course is going to give us a lesser punishment. Sounds about right. More dangerous here than anywhere else. I'm going to keep him shockingly obese. Seems to be the best far as I've seen so far. Lucky Noblars give us some resistance. Let's snag these now. Completely missed them. Figured they were just going to be one that gives us some magical resistance, which is boring. For Targ here, Burning Head is definitely the call. All the time, and I think he's down over here, Mr. Rug, in the Mountains of Morn. Yeah, so he's going to be recruiting up and coming on down to either help out with Imric, or possibly even Kugath, because we need to wipe him out and take over the Dragon Isles. I trust none of Nurgle's followers. They don't wash their hands. 8,000 for defeating Zaton. Let's go ahead and grab the Fire Cave here at the Gates of Zar. The Maw Cave here at Demon Stump, trying to force the Skaven's hand, and no, I don't like that so much. We're going to upgrade back in home country. So we'll grab a cauldron down here. The mountains of Morn all secured and ready to go. Forge rock. You're actually having an increase in chaos corruption, so let's go ahead and upgrade the old fire cave. After upgrading the eagle aries,
Someone's in the
blizzard
field.
peak will chuck in the assault flats. Might lose it, but that'll be alright. A nice little round of upgrades. For our next technology, we've broken into the big migration, so signaling that several tribes that make up an ogre kingdom are on the move as a single brutish, hungry horde. Campsite Cullen. We'll take the Stonehorn breeding on over to Stop It Rotten, which will drop our upkeep for all of our infantry units by 5%. Hunting tricks will give us even more meat produced by the camps, but we haven't been using them really as meat production. We've had really no issues with that at all. So what we'll do is we'll come on back down here to camps or bigger camps. Extra treasury from contracts and reward, or extra diplomatic relations is all good. Good stuff. Sky Titan to plateaus, though, will give us even more access to camps. Let's get both of these initial first ones. We'll start with Mercenary Tithe after Stop It Rotten. That way we get a little bit more relations with all of the other factions that are not
Look what I
currently
got
fighting
for
us.
ya.
Trying to be on our best behavior with Cathay, but if we have to crush their lands, we will. Would love to get some Cathayan artillery, even some Jade and Jet Lions in our armies. We'll see if it's in the cards. Now, Bob, I would love to send you down further to see what's in the Black Fortress. Looks like they might have already sacked it.
bring Azurian's fire.
The magic
Since we don't have a hero down here, we can't really check. Get another one down that way soon. We have access to one more camp tower. Oh, we have no more heroes. Fair enough. Let's bring him down to about the edge of our territory then. With so many elves nearby, if the rats show themselves, they're doomed either way. Skip on through then, and then that will be our turn.
He's only little.
He's only little. That's not gonna make things any better for us. So he wants 9,000 for peace. Currently fighting the Puppets of Misrule and just us. Yeah, 9,000 sounds great. Although, are you willing to give us any more? Extract all of the gold from you, so 9,000, about 9750. Ooh, just barely no. Drop it to 9,700. Alright. It's actively updating now. Maybe. Ooh, that'll do. Test my patience no more. We'll be at war soon. Alright, another jump cut. We're starting off the new year with a few interruptions from neighbors, which is just fine. We power on through. Scrap Towers has itself a new plague, and the western provinces in the Burning Wind are now one, which is going to hurt our ability to gain up a whole bunch of relations with Cathay.
Not with my
Fretch has made himself felt once more here. His Warlock Engineer is on foot. I mean, that's a lot of gutter runners, but as soon as we actually make contact, they're going to be obliterated. So let's see if Evan can just win on the auto-resolve. If not, we take the fight to Tretch.
I'll have you.
Fretch runs away, which is very on theme. So now does his army gain a lot of extra melee attack because they ran away? 45 is on.
Not much me out here. Not sneaky enough.
73 is 78. What if we try some sneakiness back?
Leader of the tribe.
He's not very good at ambushing, but we can try. Going back into our area once more here. I think we can just run Tretch over. Extra melee attack or not.
I not wait through scat.
They have lots of extra lads coming up out of the ground here. A little bit less than that.
I'm boss, and that's that.
We gotta be aggressive.
It'll happen.
Let's take it to Tretch. Pyrrhic victory it gives us. We'll have ourselves a lovely feast. They only have one summon of Menace Below, but they've got two. Likely using some of their food. Alright, well, Death Runners are going to be definitely an issue, but we don't have any infantry for them to really take advantage of slicing through, except for our Noblars. See what you got, Tritch. Alright, we have ourselves a lovely choke point to force the rats through. Let's go ahead and set up our Noblars. They're ready to smell them. The weirdest threat. I mean, it's a fair threat. It would convince me they're an enemy. That's about all it would do. I would still be absolutely willing to fight, smelling me or not. And we'll bring these other guys back. We need to shrink the lines a little bit. Want some of the Boglars in the center to be a little bit more of a sturdy legion in the center line. Have the other Noblars hanging out on the sides, ready to smell them. Throw some wrenches too. Love it. Keep them out of guard mode because I don't mind them running in and being a big old nuisance. We'll have the Iron Fists behind them. Both dual weapons. I'm going to keep these guys back as the bodyguards for our scrap launchers. We're going to be very key to clearing out the chaff. We'll have the Fire Belly here, Pirate in the center, and our Hunter can be off on the side. Ice Horn on the other edge there for a air bomb to deal with our ratty friends. Ogre's in a group. Let's put the Snowhorn with the Saber Tusk pack, and then we'll have the scrap launchers together in guard mode. Saber Tusks we will also keep a little bit further back, as they can react to problems faster than most. Bring it on, ratties. Bring the armies up. Don't mind the rats being forced to come through the choke points a little bit. And march the ogres. Eat until you can't eat no more. Let's have you chuck a fireball at the Doom Flares. I'm curious to see how much damage we get. Increased tracking should allow them to actually land. Beautiful first shot from the scrap launchers, even if it's into Skaven Slaves. Have you blast apart this group of clan rats next. Here comes some friends. Tear them to shreds. Should be terrified off pretty quickly. You launch into that group of Skaven Slaves' ears. Bring the pack wide. Bring you around to deal with the Doom Flares. Chuck a normal. You guys need to fall back. And we will chuck a normal Burning Head through back this direction. There comes another. Charge right into the Clan Rat Spears. We'll be able to annihilate these poor fools. Noblars, go find someone. Give him a hug. Deal with these flayers. Then this group here can just charge through and smash apart the Death Runners. Slings is your new target. Let's slow down if we can. All of the Death Runner squads. Hunter, you go ahead and come in and just start smashing apart the Night Runners. You go after, where is the Spellcaster? Go give him a hug. Give yourself a little bit more melee defense. Whoever's fighting Fretch. Smash that Stonehorn. And moving. Smashing apart the individual groups of Skaven Slaves. Not easy to keep them in place, though. Wrap launchers. We'll have you guys start launching at the individual clumps of Skaven. Watch those gutter runners there. You guys keep working together to go after the Doom Flayers. We'll just have you guys go after individual groups of gutter runners. Heal up. No one really needs it. We're doing pretty well. Hold in for now. Well, there, that's how we use it there. By misclicking. Go after Sheriff. We can't have him continue to do his dastardly work. Chuck the crippling blow at them so they have a harder time running away. You come in here after Snickers the Mad. Keep smushing them. We'll have these guys come back around. The Noblars can keep distracting the enemy boss there. Even as all disparate as they are, we've got them. Fretch is just one of those characters you don't even try to fight unless you have someone huge to lock him down. Pop up like fools and we will punish them for it. Bring these guys back around to help out. Keep trying to lure the Skaven further towards our lines. Yes, Fretch fled. He's going to have the worst day, so we'll just set these guys up so they can fire on anyone as they try to come back in and reinforce. Give the Ceratusk a little bit more melee defense. Keep chasing off these teams of Skaven. Big fools. So you guys threw out the Skaven slaves. You guys come help out with the spears. Bring the Stonehorn round. More crippling blow where you can, but I think we've got the mass route. And that's that. Skaven have been annihilated. A pretty costly battle, but we dealt with Fretch. Alright, a decisive victory gives us on that one with only 475 losses. We lost less with Greasus, but it gave us a close victory. Either way, we'll take it. Now let's grab the replenishment here with this squad, as we do have other armies in the wings.
Slice 'em up, butchers.
But he's been pulverized into a ground rat patty. Legion of Asgore's mission has been successful. We have now crossed the X off the map. We found it, boss.
Ogre tyrant.
Now, how many people do we think are left in the Tower of Gorgoth?
Obey me.
Probably more than we're willing to throw down with in the moment. Anyone that can give him more resistances that are not spell-based? I'm thinking no is the answer. So let's make our Noblars better in a fight.
I'm boss.
Make the lads more
That's
scrappy. Piercing Bolts of Burning was great, but I actually think Flame Incarnate for the melee damage reflection with all of the rats surrounding him will be great.
that. I'll eat any challenge.
Let's fall back into friendly territory for replenishment. Go into an ambush if we can. Please. No is the answer. We'll just stand in the way then. That way no one's getting to the gates as are.
There. I said so.
That'll do. With them holding the line there, let's check on the Black Fortress. The fact that the elves didn't move in is a little bit concerning. But I'm willing to at least check. Let's go ahead and have us... Our magic is diminishing, but we can't really do much about that at the moment, so let's go ahead and go for Bloody and Raw. All the extra attack.
More. God,
Don't even cook the steaks. Some rats here. In Pyrrhic victory, would it be? Are you sure about that? Let's have ourselves a pre-battle feast and beat down some walls. Sorry, RICTUS. Extermination comes. Alright then. Old Forehead Piercing's first proper battle. Let's see. I think we're still gonna crack in from the same place as normal. We do have the Bone Crushers. For actually attacking from up here will be a good opportunity to get all the rats in one spot. We'll have the Gnoblars up front. Ready to smell them. Chucky Gnoblars behind them. Let's keep the cannon boys up top. Dual weapons behind them. Scrap launchers also kind of just in line there. Ready to chuck some rocks. Have the saber tusks be behind our line, ready to rush around on either side to nom nom on the gates. Get the fiber in for the day. Already gonna get all sorts of awful diseases from all these rats. And let's go ahead and get our units in squad. So Gnoblars up front. Iron Blasters or Lead Belchers and their Scrap Launcher friends. Then all our Ogres. So the Armored Lads up front. Right behind those Gnoblars. Give them a bit of punch. They were just missing one of the dual weapons, which we will bring. So that we can keep them where we want. Keep them in the middle here. Balbob are ready to cast magics. Hit them with the Ooga Booga of Doom. I also want to see how they're going to deploy first, so let's go ahead and have the Lead Belchers. You guys target Gatehouse? Can't. That's news to me. Let's blast apart the Night Runners up top. Let's see if we can get a good shot with the old insert and blast. Yeah! Oh, that's definitely going to be bad. Captain, our Gnoblars appear to be blind. Let's try again. And... oh, they're still reloading. Reload faster, you goons! Oh, those aiming reticles? And launch! Are we gonna get any rats this time? Oh, we just missed everyone entirely? Alright, let's leave it to the professionals. Summoning lads in our lines, on our Lead Belchers no less. Just pull them away for a moment. Drive on the move. Alright, we've let this go long enough. We'll send Balbob in to start beating down the gates. Gnoblars all forward. Look, those gatehouse. Let's bring these guys forward. Ogres start smacking it down the gates. Chucky Gnoblars behind them. Send our Battle Cats round wide. Seems like they do about my Battle Cat strategy. Highly suspicious. Send them around wide as well. More clan rats. Have you guys run them down. You turn around and deal with those clan rats. You boys come up and start working on this gatehouse. Should work out beautifully. Actually, since you're here now, go ahead and knock down this fort wall. Go for the Bone Crusher. I'd say here.
Embrace the hunger.
Not quite the Fist of Dork, but still pretty potent. Rats got obliterated. I'll just have everything here, just charge right on in. Crunch their skulls. Gnoblars move in to help out with the gatehouse. Here comes the summon in behind the lads. Turn around and just deal with that real quick. They should turn and flee. Cannon targets. Cannons, you move up. Just stand on the hill. Hell, if that's not gonna work, just go stand over here then. Blast the area to bits. Have his lips hanging off, but it doesn't matter. We've got rats to feed to the maw. Monkey rats, also for on. In fact, since we are taking so long to get through the gates here, let's just blast a hole with the good old cheat codes. It looks amazing though, doesn't it? The effects on the called Stone Shaker. Awesome ability. Ooh, another summon of Menace below. Would have thought they had it in them. You guys turn around and deal with them. Just go ahead and scare these rats away. Convince them they don't want to fight after all. Scrap launcher, just start launching into these clan rats. You step up, do the same. Whatever clumps you can find, blast them to bits. You guys move in and help out. Goblars get up on top of in the area. Send these ogre bulls around to go after the night runners. We're about to get mauled by cats as well. Battle cats for the win. Iron Fist, you guys come around and beat them down. Who needs heals, if anyone? Really just our cannon lads. Battle cats, you guys move in and claim some zones. Looks like the rats are mostly fleeing for their worthless lives. Time to keep moving in then. Everyone here that isn't a cannon lad, move in and crush Braum. Aragon's pop. Spoiler alert. You can consider one nut. Get him! Get him, lads! They don't swing their weapons nearly enough. These are some lazy fighters. They would be racking up the kills if they swung those gloves a little bit more. I think in lore, the rats are supposed to be about shin height on the ogres. They give them a little bit more stature here in Total War. Let's slow this group down. They're already having the world's worst day. Battle Cat's playing his own. Maybe. Go get him, Battle Cats. Onward. We'll then have the Crusher of Fists drop down on these clan rats here. Be able to smash through these poor spearmen like they're not even there. Let's come around, nom nom on some night runners, knock over their platform while we're there. Just to be a bully. Lie, you fools. Oh, like just like that. Yes, indeed. See how the saber tusk mauls its prey gracefully. These ones haven't been fed in weeks, and so they're ravenous. Although that one got stabbed a few times. A few times too many. Send in the chariots. They can basically just bash their way through the enemy lines. Go nom nom on Braum. In fact, we can drop down the old bone crusher on Braum. Really can't. Let's get them as they try to flee. A belly bump of doom. There goes the RICTUS clan stone, giving them as much bonus V-large as they possibly can, but it's just not going to be enough. Can we use the stone shaker on the towers? Let's see. There's a way to finagle this. Like, no. You can use it to obliterate any of the platforms you don't want in your way, so see you later there. Barricade. The poor Noblars have taken a little bit of damage in the name of science, and there's the victory. A Pyrrhic victory, I think not. And another victory notched onto our rather girthy belt. I think it seems like a lot of the difficulty with the ogres actually is coming from the fact that the auto-resolve really doesn't seem to like our chubby friends too much. On the actual battlefield, they run everyone over, but auto-resolve even doesn't rate their scrap launchers very high, doesn't think the lead belchers are very strong, it just thinks you're going to charge them in and use those cannons as blunt force weapons instead of what they're used for. It's very intriguing. So here at the Sentinels, we will definitely chuck in a guard hut, although I don't believe they're going to be turning up and coming after us. Would likely not go very well for them. Depending on how many rats are actually here.
Gut plates filled with sweat.
Gut plates filled with sweat. That sounds just awful. Good way to get all sorts of fun diseases. for more defenses. I'm here for upgrades to overall stability. So let's give the Fire Cave a go. Over here at Black Fang as well. It is a little ways into our territory. We can just use it to keep the Chaos Corruption at bay. So we'll chuck in that Fire Shrine. Since Kragvrag is a little bit more northern and Kolek is back once more, we'll grab our very expensive wall upgrades. Greasus will turn on back around. Can we reach Kolek? No, and the big lard is likely to come on past us. Didn't go after one of our weaker settlements.
Not ever.
Not ever. He's not very strong, though. For all the smack talk. A few cannonballs plinking off of his skin, he's gonna be running away. Rug is now a fully fledged army. We're gonna send him south and start picking on Kugath. So it's time. Have you going to March? Used to playing SFO where you have to do that in advance, otherwise you lose a bit of your movement. Oh man, although he might get a disease from the scrap towers, which would be awful.
Find me loot.
He's got a fair bit of land under his control.
Such agonizing.
I'm sure there's quite a few soldiers at his disposal, but I don't see any actually being deployed at the moment. Well, I'm happy to start picking on Kugath. Yeah, no more non-aggression with you, sir. There's only one large fella around allowed in this side of town. One big king.
Ogre tyrant.
Where the skill points for me to pass out. Over to old Malbob. Extra ingredients is the power recharge. We just get that in melee. Chucking dudes in the cauldron. Let's grab ourselves some troll guts for the healing. Finally.
This would assist my recipes.
Will indeed. I think Emmerich should get the message just on his own terms, especially since we're breaking agreements with Kugath and fighting most of his enemies. But a war with Emmerich is not out of the question. I think we can handle it all the same, though. Let's zoom on up to Greasus and give it one more in turn here. Ooh, the Disciples of Hashut have declared war on the Bone Rattlers. Looks like we're at war with the Greenskins.
Good news. I'm gonna tenderize you before I eat that.
I'm gonna tenderize ya. RICTUS also would like peace, and they are willing to give us a very small amount of coins. You fool rats, we need more money than that. Alright, we've got ambushers, so we might be throwing down with Chaos sooner. No, this is over in the Empire proper, so that'll be hopefully a little ways down the line before we're throwing down with the Everchosen. A few others we need to wrap up, like Kolek, before we do so. Kolek again has run away. Very brave he is. So let's go ahead and move Greasus out.
Move your leg meat.
In camp stance. How expensive would it be to recruit in some of the more elite artillery through Global? We've got the Iron Blasters now, and it would only cost about 2,900. We'd be sitting here for 3 turns, though. Iron Blasters are something we need. There's another Iber as well. We've got Ibers all over the place. We'll have Greasus come on back to Blizzard Peak. I'm going to actually kick out
the shockingly obese.
Such a tough call. Let's kick out the Trappers. One of the normal Iron Fists.
Not sure about those guts.
Not sure about those guts.
Let's go wonder, boys. My army, my ogres.
You guys can go find work elsewhere. We'll get in just the one Iron Blaster. Happy to set for a few turns and get ourselves some excellent artillery. 1.3 thousand missile strength. Is armor piercing and armor sundering, so it'll drop anyone's armor, but it does hit by an extra 30. So you're getting hit with molten scrap metal.
Something rotten's happening.
Would make sense. Let's drop in the fire cave here at Black Fang.
Keep your
I'd love to attack the Tower of Gorgoth, but let's see what's actually going on here. We'll send the Gate Crusher out. We don't have the gold for that. Never mind.
The boss.
Kevin, you just go into ambush.
Keep your heads down, right?
Try to sneak up on the Skaven. Likely not going to work, but you can try.
Ogre slew a master.
Now Imric is caught between Drazwith and a hard place. We aren't going to fight him.
High Elven Archmage.
Rather not pick on Imric at the moment. We can deal with him maybe later on. Ugath, however, I think needs to go with a quickness.
I'm the boss.
You come on over here just to see what they have access to. We're not going to be able to
I'll eat this whole stick.
come on down and do some trespassing.
Ogre violently.
Okay, well, we'll also not damage the walls. I was hoping we could do something besides damaging the walls. Go into a camp stance then.
Move it.
Come on down just outside of the scrap towers. Prepare for an invasion of the Shattered Stone Bay.
Bring me something's leg.
Bring me
Ogre
something.
tyrant.
Perfect. I said the last turn was going to be our last
Ogre
one.
Tyrant.
We are going to lie.
Meet rich.
I thought Malala was all out of movement. I think we'll just leave you here for a turn.
Seeking ingredients.
We'll pull them out in a camp stance.
Will be carved.
And let's see what everyone else is trying to accomplish here. There's about to be a headbutt between Imric and Drazwith.
Cinderbride.
I'm not sure how that one's gonna go.
Master of
They're
Magic.
very equal armies. Drazwith wants us to join his war against Imric, and he will pay us. We need to finish off Rictus before starting a war with Imric. For now, I'm going to say no. He's going to fall back. I think he probably lost that battle. Alright, the Bone Rattler's Wall has failed. They have been proven weak. We've got new contracts available. Let's see what we've got here. Elf pick for dealing with Imric from Clan Moors. See, but the servants of the Conclave are going to give us 5,400 for dealing with Karok Manripper. And that sounds like the best. Everyone wants us to deal with Imric. Everyone hates the elves. 54,000 is the call of the wild there. Imric, are you just going to sit here and be obnoxious? What's the plan?
I bring Azurian.
There are a few elves here. Drazwith being pushed back.
Cunning.
Ugath has just set out from his platform. It may be a good idea for us to attack now.
Oh,
We will not be very trustworthy, but we're attacking demons. Who really cares about our trustworthiness?
I will make your flesh writhe.
He's only fighting with Imric. Well, we can at least get some gold out of the Knights of
should
Kalador.
hurl you into the fires of Vol's anger.
Join your war with the
Fretch.
Poxmakers. You'll give me how much gold? Alright, for the first time, we're going to dip below very high reliability. Launching a war on Nurgle now would be a good idea, but that might break our ties with the Thaans, just because we're being sneaky.
Of the tribe.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do you truly believe you can avert Kalador's vengeance with words?
Well, maybe. The right
Behold
words,
my
perhaps.
courage.
Know this, I'm repulsed, but I accept. Fair enough, we'll take your gold. We'll wade into the repulsiveness for you.
Tear you apart.
Says you, Nurgle. You say a pure victory. Let's see a soul grinder here, which we can blast apart with our lead belchers. Go ahead and surround them.
Your dinner. Voice.
Beat Firebelly in on this army.
Volcano.
And in the next episode, we can have ourselves a fight against Nurgle. For now, I'm out of time for today. I've been Faceless in Total War. Leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub thought. I'll see you on the next one.